Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I discuss the debacle that is Meghan Markle's cooking show. I'm calling it Meghan Markle's With Love as If cooking show because that's the only thing that makes sense. I have not seen any love as yet. She is flat, her delivery is just boring. She is just telling people what to do. There's just no chemistry. These are meant to be her friends. I don't understand. This episode is number 4 in this series. Thank God there's only 8 episodes. This one is called Love is in the Details. Okay, because she couldn't think of anything else. Obviously, that means nothing. Delphina is the star of this one. Delphina, if you don't know, is married to Nacho, Harry's boyfriend. So there's a bit of a threesome going on, maybe a foursome. I don't know. There's strange vibes. But yeah, so in this episode, Delphina gets dragged along to this homestead, and Megan's gonna spend the day with her because they're just best friends. Yeah, this is actually a video not from the day on the actual episode, but yeah, they're hiking because I guess they always go hiking. And Harry, like, because he acts like a kid, has like jumped out of like the bushes and been like, boo. And she's like, hee. Oh, it's just so lame. These two are lame. And why show us? Did we need to see this? Is it just to prove that they always go on hikes? Because I don't think it's as regular as you would think. I don't think these guys are hanging out all the time. She says something like, whenever she's in town, we go for a hike. Because Delphina actually works. Delphina is a proper influencer. Okay, so if Megan thinks she doesn't want to be known as an influencer, that's almost a diss to Delphina. She's a huge influencer. It's how she makes her money. Anyway, in this episode, they go for a hike at the start, blah, blah, blah. Paula the dog makes an appearance. Whatevs, maybe Harry was around in this episode. I don't know. She makes a few things, okay? The first thing she makes is this thing called sun tea. Now, sun tea just means that you don't use hot water, right? So instead, you just use normal water and you put it out in the sun and just let it steep for like 2, 3 hours. Like, why would you bother? Like, I get it, it's kind of cutesy, but she said Archie likes to just sit and watch it for 2, 3 hours while it changes color. Like, that's sad. I was a bit sad when I heard that. Like, this poor kid just staring at a jar in the garden for 2, 3 hours. What is going on? Can someone please check on Archie? But yeah, these two, they're dancing here. Every episode so far I've watched, Megan does a little jig of some sort. I don't know what's going on, but Delphina's getting into it. So what can I say? It's just her thing. It's what she does, you guys. She's just so carefree. She's just so authentic. Oh, she's so not authentic. Oh, also she makes what does she do? She cooks up a bit of a storm with Delphina. All right. So she first of all makes some dog biscuits because Delphina has a dog called Nina. Who cares? Anyway, she makes dog biscuits. We'll get to that in a minute. But here they are. This is the focaccia episode. This is the one we've all been waiting for. Focaccia with all the fingers in. I actually thought it was a lot more people with their fingers in, but it's just these two. It's just these two. So whatevs. Doesn't matter. It's flat as a pancake. It comes out like so thin, nothing like what I've seen in the past of anyone making it. I think I could make a better focaccia than that. Why is it so flat? Why is it so heavy? What has she done to the recipe? Does she follow a proper recipe? I don't know. Anyway, they're always barefoot. Megan's always barefoot. This whole season, she's just barefoot. Her and Harry just don't wear shoes. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, they make this focaccia. Delphina does a great job. Like, she actually carries this episode. Give Delphina a show. She has a bit of pizzazz. There's the fingers. She has a bit of pizzazz. She, is, bilingual, unlike Meghan Markle, who just pretends she's bilingual, throws in a few words here and there. But this woman actually, well, she's at least bilingual. She might even be trilingual, if that's a word. But she she has a bit of like she has a spark about her, and she's a little bit interesting and a little bit cheeky and a little bit I don't know. She's much better than Meghan Markle. Get rid of Meghan Markle and bring on Delphi. They call her Delphi. Meghan Markle wears all her jewelry in this episode. Of course, we have to see the jewelry. She makes these lavender towels because that's so relatable. So it's just a towel, like a hand towel, that's soaked in water and lavender oil. And when you get back from your hike, you can be like, "Oh my gosh, it's so relaxing." Like no one's going to do this. What is this? It's not a retreat. And then she makes pasta. I mean, pasta. What is this? There's the dog treats. We all saw this photo, didn't we? We all saw this on Instagram. Yeah, Photoshop. Anyway, the jar looks exactly that. It's that. It's got her calligraphy on it. This is just what she makes. The peanut butter. She gives one to Guy. That may have been the last time we ever saw Guy. We're not sure. Anyway, dog biscuits could care less. But yeah, she makes pasta, which is not really a thing. Like you don't need to show us how to make pasta. We know how to make pasta. She calls them noodles again. She keeps calling pasta noodles. I don't know why. They make a charcuterie board, which is you don't make it, you just put it together. But here's a little nugget of information because she's drew up in little nuggets. She used to be a Girl Scout. Like who cares? Like what has this got anything to do with anything? It's because she made dog biscuits? Like, what was the story for? We don't want to see this. We don't like, I think we know everything about her. That's the problem. And she's trying to share bits from her childhood, but her childhood involves her father. So if she can't get around not mentioning him, then they sit outside on these grounds which they don't own, which they've just borrowed. Now the really bad thing in this bit, right? So they sit there and they're eating the pasta and the charcuterie with all this meat and stuff on it. And Pula is right there. The dog is right there. They didn't even bring a dog biscuit out for the dog, right? So the dog is just sitting there, and of course it wants to eat the food. You're eating in front of it, and then it goes to eat the food, and she's like, "No, no," like bad girl, whatever. I don't know what she says, but she's not happy with it. We're eating right in front of it. Like it's just cruel. I think I didn't like that bit. I didn't like any of it, let's be honest. The whole thing is boring. Again, another snooze fest. Again, I think this little thing I've got up on the screen is more entertaining. Harry's head in a blender, jiggling around. That's hours of entertainment right there. That I could just put that on a loop. That could have just been the whole episode. I could have just shown that. You guys would have been giving it a thumbs up. Oh, yeah, she talks about jam as well. Jam gets a mention, of course, it gets a mention. Anyway, you guys, yeah, another snooze fest, episode 4. Don't bother. Yeah, minus 1 million out of 5. Waste of everyone's time. Waste of my time for sure. Definitely my time. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep going through this series. Wow, wow, this is a long night. All right, thank you guys. Bye.